Nobody's perfect. Do you know what I love? And I'm probably not supposed to say this, but I love the fact that you guys were told not to take pictures or film me, and every one of you is. I love that. I love that you're breaking rules. Because that's what it's about, y'all. Not listening. Like, Jessie J's singing to us. I'm going to film it, so. Ha ha. The shakes. What's wrong with me? Yeah, this hand always gets shaky. That'll be in the paper tomorrow. Jessie J got the shakes. Does anyone have any questions? Okay, moving on. Wild Miami audience. Yes. Yep. Sometimes I don't. Like LOVE, for example, went to a lot of different people and it came back to me. It kept coming back and I was like, this song just keeps coming on back. When I was younger, like when I first started writing, I actually wrote everything for me. You know, it's a selfish way of writing. You kind of, every time you sit down, you think, I'm going to write a hit today, and it's going to, I don't know why I keep doing the accent. I'm really sorry. I think it makes things funnier, but it doesn't. It just makes me sound like I've got like this split personality. I struggled with it, and I used to kind of, people go, what's your sound? What's your sound? And I was like, I don't know. I don't think I have a specific sound. And I think now I can sit down, like, when I wrote for Britney, it didn't get used. It wasn't a single. I'm just kind of making that point now in case any of you think it was. I remember I sat down and I listened to albums of hers and listened to what she wants and like what she does and her harmonies, and you kind of have to go into that artist's head. But back in the day, I just would write, and if they liked it, they took it. Like Part1 USA, for example. I wrote that for me. And it was, I hopped out the plane at LAX with my tea and my cardigan. Welcome to the land of fame excess. Whoa, am I gonna fit in? I jumped in the cab and the driver's on the left side. There was slight different lyrics because it was about me going to America, but I didn't use it, so we changed the lyrics for Miley Cyrus. That's a really long answer to your question. Was it good? Was it a good question? Okay, good. Anyone else? Oh, now you're getting excited. Okay, calm down. Well, my first words as a baby was jam hot. You know, this is the boy from the big bad city. This is jam hot. Always wanted to sing. I was the most annoying child. Seriously, every home video I'm like, the sun will come out tomorrow. Like even I'm like, right, be quiet. Probably when I was like, I don't know, when I was like 9, I hate maybe that when I was 3. I'm like, you did not know you wanted to be a singer when you was 3. You know what I mean? I was like 9 or 10. I think I really started to take it seriously when I was in Whistle Down the Wind, which is a musical in the West End. And I think I realised, I was like, hold up, I could like sing and pay my mum and dad back for all the singer lessons and all the stuff they've spent their money on. And that's what made me want to do it, you know, to give back to the people that had made me be able to do what I do, which is why now you guys are my fuel. Thank you very much. Okay, well, I'm going to do a couple more because I don't want to get this sign, which means wrap up. I hate that sign. Oh, no, I feel bad. Who do I pick? Pick you, pick Jan. Girl in the pink. I knew you'd go with the girl in the pink. He likes you. Oh, that's the toughest question because from Who's Laughing Now to LOVE to Stand Up, they all have such personal meanings to me, but I think the one song that kind of glued everything together and I needed to write was Who You Are. I think it was the song that made me realize that even I'm somebody that sometimes needs to listen to my own music to make myself, okay, I can do this, you know? It's not easy every day. And I was in a bad place. I was ready to leave, not music, and I always say that, I was ready to leave the music industry. There was a lot of things that I still now, that I'm not a fan of, you know? And it's sad because I wish I could tell all of you the things that you probably don't ever get to see. But that's why I'm so honest about everything, you know? But I would say Who You Are, because I think that has been the biggest connection for me and my fans. I know that that song is healing people like it helped me. And that is the best feeling in the world as a songwriter. I'm going to do one more. What has kept me strong through everything? Honestly, sometimes I don't know. And sometimes I get mad because I know that I can't walk away when I get really mad. I'm one of those people that will be like, you know, there'll be days like in my schedule that I'm up at 2 a.m. and I've gone to bed at 3 hours before, and things are unorganized and I don't have an outfit, and I'm doing my own makeup and things have gone wrong and people are being really rude to me, and I'm angry that I can't just go rah and walk out. I can't, because to be honest with you, ever since I started this, however bad the day is and however crazy things get, the fans are the ones that I stood in this limelight for, yeah? I didn't ever come into this game for free clothes or parties or the money, you know? I did it to be able to be a role model and to show people that I'm normal like you guys. I just sing, that's what I do. I always get frustrated that people like heart surgeons aren't on the front of magazines, because I'm like, hold up, they save lives, you know? And you get to read about people's love lives that really don't mean anything. And that's kind of the way I see the world, but can't even remember your question. Now I'm just waffling on. But I think, you know what it is? It's just about realizing that wherever you are, and this is the honest truth, right? There's always somebody worse off than you. You know when you get real mad, and I thought about this the other day because I got a stain on my top, and I was like, oh! And then if you visualize the whole world and you look at that stain and how minute it is and how much you allow it to affect your energy, that there's things in the world, like you look at Japan and you look at the war and you look at poverty and you look at, like, you just have to realize that whatever you feel like is bad, there's someone living it way worse. And so I think that's the one thing that keeps me going, even when I'm wearing my shoe breaks or something stupid and I get upset. Amen. Okay, you're the last one, and then I'm going to sing another song. Ooh, that's a good question. If you didn't hear it, she asked me, what song did I love writing? Your name is? That's Gabby. Holla at Gabby in the blue top at the front. What song did I love writing? Do you know what? The song that I really loved writing was Big White Room, because it was the first song that I ever wrote. And I remember sitting down in my old house, you know those computers that are like the size of that? And they take up the whole spare room, you know, and you've got to sit there and it's like this heating, like, a massive keyboard. And I used to get allocated specific times when I was allowed to go on the computer because I was addicted to MSN. That's a different song. But I remember sitting there and I remember having the beats, this CD of beats, and I remember going through and there was this one beat. And whatever song I write, it just has to kind of make me feel emotional. And Big White Room was the first song that I ever wrote, and I remember sitting down going, I'm just going to write about how I feel. And it was a wonderful feeling. Even though there was not much structure, it didn't really have, it's like the longest song on the album, and there's not really a verse, and it kind of just became what it was. And I love the fact that I was allowed to do it acoustic, because it was produced so many times and it didn't work. It sounded like overly done. And one thing I love, Gabby, is that I remember going to my manager at the time and I sang it to him and he said, this is the worst song I've ever heard in my life. He's like, it's so tacky. I mean, what kind of title is that? And he was like, go away, go and work on the lyrics, go and change it. So I went home and I played it to my mum and she was like, I think it's amazing. And I didn't change anything, and I went back the next day and he was like, I love it. What did you do? And I was like, And I think that was my first big lesson as a songwriter, that no matter how many people will say, it's not catchy enough, it's not this enough, it's not that enough, it's about what you want to put into a song. On that note, Twitter, holla. Mine is this. It's going too fast. What's the most embarrassing thing that's happened to you on stage? I remember I had some double-bodied tape that came undone. That was embarrassing. It was like a dress thing. Not that anyone noticed. This isn't really my strongest. I'm not going to go there. It's probably the wrong time of day. It's going too fast. Does anyone else read it for me? What is your favourite album ever? Oh, what colour is bum fluff? That's silly. Shout out for Holly. Yeah. What was the question? Favourite album ever? Miseducation, Lauryn Hill. That album just saves me all the time. I'm like, oh, I wish people rap like this still. And Soul Weekender. I'm a big fan of 80s soul music, and that CD is what I literally listen to every time before I step on stage. I'm going to stop talking now. It blows my mind insanely that this next song is #1 in 16 countries, and that I've not been to hardly, you know, any of them, and people are accepting my music, and it's creeping up the charts here in the US. This country is the biggest thing to conquer, and you've probably seen me wearing a few different wigs this week. It means I get more sleep if I wear wigs nowadays. I'm being serious. This is not mine, obviously. This is a ponytail. Does anyone have a name for this look, the ponytail look? No? This girl's looking at me like, she's crazy. Huh? No, it needs to have a name. Not the ponytail, like me as the character with the ponytail. No? Come on, there's loads of you. Sorry, what? Stallion? Hello, my name is Stallion. I'm here from all the way from London.
All right, y'all, give it up one more time for Jessie J. Make some noise, Miami.
Boo.
We got to let you have a little break. Drink your tea. Huh? Yeah, just,
Can I just sit here?
Yeah, it's like an interrogation. You need to move underneath that light. We'll just start interrogating you.
Okay.
So, your first boyfriend. Let's talk about that. No.
Negative.
Nope. Do you have any exes that hit you up?
We are actually talking.
Yeah, we can talk. We just chat.
Okay, hello.
Hello. Oh, by the way, I need your guys' questions, too, because I'm not doing this interview all by myself. It's very intimidating.
Not very good.
Not at all. It's intimidating with the ponytail. That's what it is. Do you get a lot of exes hitting you up now that, I mean, you know?
No, not really. To be honest with you, it's crazy the amount of people that I've dated that I've never met.
Yeah, true.
The amount of times I read in the paper, I've been with someone for like 6 months, and I'm like, wow. That was really deep, considering I never remember it.
And you lived together, you were sort of engaged,
and
right?
We sold pictures, and you know, it's crazy. No, I mean, with regards to that kind of thing, there's always people that will try and sadly attach themselves to someone with some success, but drama is drama.
Drama, y'all. Let me ask you this: since hitting it big, I mean, you get a lot of people.
Did you ask me that because you fancy me?
Yes, I do, actually.
And you want to be my boyfriend?
If you write a song about me.
All right.
Because if you're chubby,
oh, no.
then you make money.
Oh, no.
Oh, aw.
He's got a red T-shirt on.
And it's snuggly.
I
Look like a bag of M&M's.
Oh,
yeah.
Is it sunny where you are?
Yes.
Oh.
By the way, we're going to start playing this on Y100, so get used to it. All right, by the way, shout out to everybody hitting us up on the chat. We gotta
Shout out
to
Laura from Spain.
What's the best performance you've ever had? And we're talking on stage.
I don't know.
It's ponytail.
You threw me off there with that comment.
Best performance.